Hi, I'm Debbie Peterson, founder of the Wellness Gala. We promote the healing benefits of integrative medicine and holistic choices available to everyone. I've experienced their life-changing results firsthand, and I can't wait to share these options with you on our show, Balance Your Life. Each week, along with my co-hosts, Barb and Dina, we'll be bringing you experts in fitness, food, health, beauty, and wellness, with options, tips, and techniques for a balanced mind, body, and spirit. On today's episode, we'll talk with Sandy Grippo about healthy household products. Then we'll chat with Laurie Wheeler, Futurist, about how to raise your vibration. But first, we have the doctors from the Wellness Inspiration to talk about my results from the invisa-red fat-burning machine and all the ways you can achieve some great weight loss. Hi, we're here today with the chiropractors Dr. Val and Dr. Colleen from the Wellness Inspiration. And we're so happy to have you back.
Hi.
And you may remember, you may have seen that we had these lovely ladies on at their center in Ramsey, New Jersey last season. And Dina had the brilliant idea that I needed to do their fat burning system.
And by the way, was it not a brilliant idea? I'm just saying, okay?
Yes, thank you. And we're going to talk a little bit about what that is, but the reason we came back today is I wanted to talk about my progress, and I am so thrilled. It's been about 2.5 months, and I'm down 38 inches.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, 38 inches overall. Yes.
Overall, my whole body.
Let's say overall.
So I'm down 2 sizes with all those inches, and about, 12 pounds?
13 pounds.
13 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not a lot of pounds, but it's all about the inches.
Correct.
Which is amazing.
I got the inches right here.
Dr. Val's going to show us
How
what
much?
that looks
All right,
like.
you hold that.
38 inches.
This is 38 right
Oh
here.
my goodness.
That's amazing.
She
a lot
lost
of inches.
38 inches overall on her
Wow.
body
Wow.
from
Yes.
arms down to her legs.
Right.
Yes.
So I'm
That's-
so excited. I'm
it's-
thrilled. I feel fabulous. I have tons of energy from everything. And honestly, like full disclosure here, I'm going to do another round because I would just like to go a little bit lower.
We want you to get results, but we have to make everyone understand that this is a marathon. It's a marathon for your health. It's not a sprint.
Right.
What your numbers were amazing. Like,
Yeah.
I
But
am
she-
so happy I could cry for her. That's how great it is.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
told
and
you,
it
going out for
shows.
champagne.
Yeah.
But Deb's a good patient.
Right.
Yes.
Deb is the type of person always, if you tell her to do something and
Yes.
she's going to do it, she follows it.
I do follow.
That's huge. That's such a
Right.
huge part of all this is that it's a commitment. It's a time commitment. It's a commitment to yourself, like ultimately.
Right.
We're just facilitators of things that we're trying to do with you and to keep you and move you on in the right direction.
This is an invisa-red. We have 12 paddles that we can put all over your body.
While you're
on your
lying
legs,
down.
while
right,
you're
so
lying down on a
in a
very
beautiful
relaxing.
serenity room with soft music, weight loss music playing in the background.
Yes, we use frequency weight loss and frequency fat burning. Solfeggio frequencies. We use different frequencies in the room that you're in. That's why we call it the frequency lounge.
And
Yeah.
the laser itself, the lights, is a combination of red light laser and infrared. So they're doing two separate things, and we control what we're doing based on settings, and goals.
Yeah. how
So
that
the
works.
red light laser is what's going to go and stimulate collagen and elastin in your skin for youth and tightening, but it's the infrared that goes deeper. That's what's going into the fat cells, opening the cells and allowing the fat to come out. So it's like a grape to a raisin kind of thing. Your body then has to process all of that. So we're very concerned that we're not putting that fat back in.
Sure.
Right.
And your fat is what holds your toxin. So this is a huge detoxing process also at the same time. So we want to support that with water drinking, and we use specific supplements that help the liver process everything. And
Right.
And
And we also have fat burning supplements that we use alongside with the energy that we're pumping into you from the invisa-red.
So it's a whole
machine.
comprehensive program,
Yes.
just so people know. That
Absolutely.
Well,
Right.
I just want to, for a sidebar for 1 second, there are the benefits of the infrared. I mean, stimulation of collagen, right? Speeding up the metabolism. These are things that, after you're done with the process, continue.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And
That's
so
why I'm
it
gonna
has a
do the
long, it has a
aesthetics, yeah.
long-lasting effect, because we're seeing in the fitness world a lot of healing being done,
Yes.
on bones and
yes, yeah.
recovery.
Lasers do a
so
lot.
it's
yeah.
amazing.
Well, we have to
So-
say that we use it medically as well, not just for
I
fat
know
burning.
that. It's
We use
just-
it for inflammation. Like
Yes,
I have
we
an
have patients.
81-year-old father that has a cyst on the back of his knee that we actually put on him so he's able to walk up and down the
I love
stairs.
it.
He's got a
I
Baker
love
cyst, and we try to shrink it with we have people who have come in with colds, and we've put them on their chest, and it takes the inflammation out. Because what do you always say about inflammation? What's the
Well, it's the underlying factor to
Of
like
everything.
everything. Yeah, every
Yeah.
health concern you have, every disease process, like
Right.
it comes down to inflammation.
There's two types of fat in our body. There's visceral fat, which is around your organs. That's the more detrimental fat to other diseases. And then there's the subcutaneous fat. That's the fat that's closest to the skin. And that carries your estrogen and progesterone and your as well as the toxins. And that's where we balance. And we have seen in the year that we've been doing this, people lower their A1C. People's metabolisms are speeding up. They're getting more energy. This increases serotonin. They're getting better sleep. So, and we all know when you get more sleep, your body functions better. It's very, very important. It's not just as important as the nutritional aspect of everything, but the health benefits.
Deb, there are people walking around who are skinny fat.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Because
Yes, that's true.
their eating habits are terrible or
Right,
whatever,
they're just naturally
and they're
thin.
just naturally thin, but their health condition is dangerous because visceral fat is really dangerous. So
Right.
this
Of
is
course.
amazing.
And she's back in a normal range of
It's
visceral
fabulous.
fat. Her subcutaneous fat went down too, but we found that most people that come into us, their metabolisms are shot. They're dead.
Broken.
Yeah.
And what this does is this stimulates the
Yes.
metabolism. This stimulates things going. That's why not one round is good. Sometimes it takes 2 rounds
Right.
for people. Sometimes it takes 3 rounds for people.
A huge part of all this is muscle mass, and that's something that you're very aware of. But this conserves your muscle mass and actually almost increases it. So muscle is burning more calories in general,
Right.
and it weighs more. So weighing yourself and using that as the only metric is not really the best way to do it.
Right, and I know it's about the
It's
inches and not the
inches,
pounds.
and it's
but-
38 inches for you. Let's just check.
Again, there you
Right.
go.
38
I'm gonna
inches
get my
for
38
you.
inches.
I need 38 inches. My gosh. Okay. So and
Listen.
the other thing, just I wanted to touch upon quickly, is I'm going to do the aesthetics program, which tell us a little bit about that. How people come in, how that works.
Yeah, aesthetics is different lasers that
Different
different light that we're
frequencies.
using,
Right.
different frequencies. So when we go and set the machine up, we're going to be using just some different settings for you. But it's going to be increasing collagen and elastin, tightening everything,
Right.
because that's a common concern for people when they
Yes.
lose weight.
I like the shaker.
The shaker,
like
they call it the shaker room, the
Right.
vibration plate.
So
It's
That
important.
That increases your circulation. It increases your lymph circulation, and it increases your fat burning.
Yeah.
So you get on there and shake after you're done with the lights, and we're pumping all that energy into you, and then you get on the shaker and you get 10 minutes, and it's like it has the same benefits as doing 200 sit-ups. It has the same
Sure.
health benefits
Yeah.
as an hour of cycling. So it's
which
really
is
worth it.
crazy to me. I read the little sign while I'm on there jogging. It's like a half an hour of jogging. I'm like, how is this possible? But obviously
It
it works.
all works within
So,
your system because
Yes.
we're made up of energy, and everything is energy.
Yeah.
Well said. And we'll close on that note. And thank you, ladies, for everything. I mean, this has been amazing. And we'll keep you posted with more progress.
Beautiful.
And we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Barb from the Wellness Gala. We all know that eating more plant-based foods is so beneficial, and it's also really good for the environment. More and more people are going vegetarian and vegan. I'm going to show you a couple of things today that are not only vegetarian and vegan, but they're also dairy-free and gluten-free. The first thing I want to tell you about is nutritional yeast. I'm not sure if you've heard about this or not, but this stuff is fantastic. It is gluten-free, dairy-free, it is vegan and vegetarian. I have some foods here that it is delicious on. It's delicious on pasta in place of Parmesan cheese. It's delicious on soups, and it's delicious on popcorn. Kind of looks flaky, and it is absolutely delicious. The other thing that I've made for you today is a vegetarian, vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free stuffed acorn squash. These are the ingredients that go into the squash. The ingredients for the stuffing for the squash is orange peppers, yellow peppers, onions, zucchini, mushrooms, and garlic. Basically, you can put anything you would like in there. These are just some items that I chose today. Then you're going to saute all of this together and then mix it with some brown rice. Here's what it looks like after it's been cooked. Mix this all together in a bowl and set aside. Meanwhile, cut your squash, spoon out the seeds. I use a grapefruit knife because it has little edges at the end. It's a great little trick. You don't have to have one. A regular spoon will do. Scoop out all of the seeds, cover it with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. Turn them face down on a pan and roast them in the oven for about 20 minutes at 450. Once the squash is done, you'll then take your filling and stuff the squash. You'll put it back into the oven for only about 15, maybe 20 minutes at the most. Because it's already cooked, you really just want to heat it through. Hope you enjoyed this vegetarian, vegan, dairy-free, and gluten-free recipe. For everything health and wellness, visit wellnessgala.com.
We're super excited to tell you that we'll be launching a new podcast that will take our show and all of you to the next level.
We believe that now is the perfect time to take you on a deeper dive into all perspectives and options that we have featured throughout the years to help you navigate through these changing times.
Stay tuned for all the details.
The Soul Institute is paving the transformational path of the modern alchemist. You may be curious if you're a modern alchemist. Are you drawn to aromatics, crystals, the elements, and the natural world? Do you yearn to unlock the hidden wisdom within you? Over the last 2 years, our programs and retreats have brought many like-minded souls together in a sacred community of shared intention to transform the places of limitation into wisdom, strength, and compassion. Through the 5 pillars of modern alchemy, essential oils, crystal healing, meditation, and practical alchemy, as well as the love frequency, we have collectively risen to new levels of empowerment, passion, and purpose.
Hi, we're here today with Sandy Grippo, who is the owner of Switch to the Box. So
Welcome,
hi,
Sandy.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Thanks for being here.
It's great to be here. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. That's a very unique name. Tell us what
It
that means
is.
and what you do.
Switch to the Box is basically my brand. I market for a wellness manufacturer
Okay.
of better, safer, non-toxic household everyday products.
Okay.
And they've been around for 38 years.
Well,
And so Switch to the Box is a way to connect with me and just see all the goodness that we have to offer, all the shopping aisles, and then we connect you with the store that way.
Oh, okay. Tell us how you got started first.
15 years ago, I was recovering from a collapsed lung. And it was the second bout that I had of a collapsed lung.
Wow.
And it happened because of the use of bleach in the bathroom. So the first time it happened, my lung collapsed, serious. Husband took me to the ER. I healed throughout that year and then never knew why.
I was just going to ask you, did you know why?
No,
Yeah.
they never determined what had made it collapse. And then the second time I was in the bathroom using a bleach product and it happened again.
Really?
And that's when the bells and whistles
Dangerous.
went
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
We need to get the bleach out of the house.
Yeah.
I started going, like everybody goes to
Yeah.
Google, right? I started going and
Mhm.
looking and just researching everything that I could about, chlorine and bleaches and learning like, oh my goodness, I'm literally poisoning my family.
Right.
So I was in search of something. And so during that search is when I got a phone call from a gentleman. And he says, I'm looking for people to help us just expand. And I was like, oh, that's so nice. No, thank
Did you tell him your story at that point?
Not at that point,
okay,
not yet, because I didn't understand that, wow, this is for a non-toxic store. I didn't understand that because it was
And
really...
he just randomly called
The
you.
universe
Yeah.
just found you.
Yeah, I was going to
Okay,
say,
so-
that's kind of crazy.
So he had my business card from a company that I was with at the time.
Okay.
He had my business
All right.
card. I'm looking for people that can do that with my company.
Wow.
So I just randomly, reached out and thought that you would be a good fit. And then that's when he started talking about everyday non-toxic. And I went, that's when the bells went, ding, 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 ding. Okay, maybe we need to listen to this man.
Yeah.
So I invited him over and he sat at the kitchen table with my husband and I. And we were in awe of what we were hearing. They all had their little thing. And when I say their little thing, my son had asthma and allergies, used an inhaler. My daughter always had, severe migraines. People just think that they're normal, right? Using an inhaler is normal. High blood pressure is normal.
Well,
But you don't think about, wait a minute. You know what? Is there a way to live without this? Is there a way to eliminate this?
I mean, even when you went to the hospital, they didn't connect the chlorine. They didn't collect the
They never
so
asked me.
That's right. So that's
Right.
why it's not on someone's radar, and
right, they're not thinking about
right.
it.
The medical professionals aren't putting it on our radar right now. Obviously, it's more apparent because people are looking.
And this was how many
15
years ago? Yeah,
ago.
15
years
Yeah.
ago.
When you received that starter package, were there questions like what's the process like? Are there questions to help determine your needs or your interests?
And what products you should use.
Yeah.
No.
Is it
Not that
tailored,
there's questions. It was just it was kind of like, think about if you were to go to a grocery store, right? If you were just moving into a brand new house and you had zero, you had nothing, and you're going to a grocery store and you're going to go down the shelves and you're going to pick out all the items that you need for that home, right? So it was the same concept, except all we were doing was switching out, right? We were bringing in the good and switching out what we were using, what now we know it was to be toxic.
And how many products are there in the line?
Oh gosh, they have 7 shopping aisles, and they have
wow.
So they have over 450 everyday, your everyday product.
I have to ask you, what happened with your children with the asthma, the migraines? Did any of that alleviate? Or?
Oh yeah, it all alleviated. So the asthma and allergies, literally probably within 8 weeks, he wasn't reaching for his inhaler anymore.
8 weeks? Amazing. That's really amazing.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. There were so many changes health-wise in our world.
How often?
Shopping?
Yeah.
So we all bathe, shave, brush our teeth, and clean, right? Yeah. So we all run to the store for everyday necessities when you need them. That's what's so cool here is that you have to
go to the store.
No, you just go to your shopping site. Okay, and you plug in what you want, and it gets shipped. It's a U.S. company, shipped directly to your door. Okay. I get my box in probably about 48 hours.
So you can literally order as frequently as you need to.
Oh yeah, I shop about 4 to 5 times a month. Oh yeah,
that's great.
Sure,
yeah, of course. Just like you said, like running to the store. That sounds fantastic.
Exactly. It helps people in so many ways, on so many levels. It's something for everybody. We really cater to families, even on a budget. And that's part of their heart. Basically, you go to switchtothebox.com /Sandy. And then it will basically ask you to, there's a 1-minute video that basically describes more or less, why we do what we do.
Okay.
And then shows you all the different shopping aisles. Okay. And then it allows you to put in your information. And so from there, we just, reach out to you and
start shopping.
And start shopping.
Right.
And here's what's really cool too. We also have an amazing line of beef.
Really?
Yes. Never ever any hormones. Never ever any antibiotics. All grass fed.
Yeah.
Taste is unbelievable. What people don't realize is that, the beef that people purchase from the grocery store, There is a synthetic growth hormone called Zeranol. Zeranol is banned in Australia, it's banned in New Zealand, and it's banned in all of Europe. Okay, but it's used in the U.S. facilities.
So Sandy, the products run the gamut, right? You have the health products, the cleaning products, the beef, the
essential oils, nutrition.
Yeah,
tell us a little bit about
nutrition because
the nutrition is amazing. So they have all kinds of proteins and granola bars, things like that. But they have collagen, they have magnesium.
Which we all need.
All kinds of supplements.
Well, Sandy, thank you for sharing all this with us.
Oh, it's been my pleasure.
Yeah,
this has been great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
All right. And we'll be right back after this.
Welcome to A3 Digital Media, your one-stop shop for all your marketing needs. We target, strategize, captivate, and convert for you. We make it our passion to elevate your brand. Our services are personalized for you, and the only time we succeed is after you do. You can trust us to provide quality work that will get to you in no time. Be ahead, stand out from your competition, grow your business to the peak.
Hi, we're here today with Laurie Wheeler, Ascension luminary and futurist and author.
Laurie, tell us what that means. And we're so happy to have you, by the way.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you. Love being with both of you. Well, an Ascension luminary. This is my job being here on Earth at this particular time in our history about helping people ascend. What really is ascension? It's coming in, knowing your full potential of who you are and your divine nature.
When you work with your clients, are they coming to you knowing what they want you to work on or work with, or do you just decide, what tool, what skill you're going to use with each person individually?
I'd say it's a combination of both. Some people know very specifically what they want to work on and ask specific questions, how to achieve that through the different, what they think they need. Or it may be that they're just coming with a particular problem, but they really don't know how to access that help. So they want to try something, maybe one of the modalities that I work in. So working very specifically right now with DNA, understanding. So I work with a quantum biologist, Dr. Glenn Rain. He's older than I am. He's been around quite a while in his scientific community. He's super well published in his information. We are working on what and how DNA is affected by energy, the different types of energy. So we'll say quantum, scalar, electrical energy. And so the concept here is that I channel and bring forth many different types of energy, whether it be those that I channel. I work with codes that are recalibrating our blueprint. And so where he puts it into his equipment, measures it, and then we quantify it. Meaning it is totally established for the scientific community that this is science-backed.
I love that. That's fascinating. It's a work of the future.
Yeah, well, the future is now.
Well, that's true.
I mean,
everything's happening now.
They're measuring, right, the frequencies with you, and I guess they're seeing changes in how that affects the DNA.
Absolutely. So it depends on who I'm channeling. So I channel many different deities, interdimensionals, the angelics, whomever is coming in. And then I transpose that energy into each DNA. And so each one is measured separately. And so when it's measured, we have found some of what I'm working with has actually been measured at additionally, the frequency has measured 142% higher than it originally begins at. So he's worked with many different healers, and he said they can work at about 25, 35% higher rate. but the particular codes that I work with, and these are amazing codes, they've been given by the particular star being families. And we've measured these, and they actually are being measured at 142%. So that is extremely high for what we've done so far.
Laurie, in the physical, when you're working with a different deity or you're working with a higher energy, are you feeling different? Because if it's that much of a difference, what do you feel physically? I'm just curious.
You do feel different. You feel a part of everything. You feel very connected to that which you're channeling. But it also, what it does is if you have anything blocking or in the way, that will also sort of show up. And so it's about us clearing away what has been held in our DNA so that we can access these higher brain waves and frequencies, so that we can move into what's called out of 3-dimension and into different densities of the higher dimensions.
Is your goal with this scientist that you're working with, is your goal to be able to collaborate on a manual that can help people, or is it for a study? What is the, I mean, it's fantastic and interesting, but you know, when you started this, what are you going to do with it?
Well, this is a good question. We haven't completely figured out exactly what we're doing with it. First, you have to find out what it is you're doing and you know, quantify, make sure that what you're receiving as information is viable. And so that's what we've been working on, actually for a couple years now. But also we're now working on where we want to transform that into. So what is the medium that will hold it for a length of time? So we're working with water and particular crystals and particular elements like gold and platinum and different elements like that. Alcohol is one medium that actually holds. So if we were to put it into water, you're going to add a little alcohol, and then the coding is activated in there. The way I transmit it to people when I work with them, I just transmit and I wait to hear what it is that they're receiving. And so it's dualistic. What are you receiving? This is what I'm sending. This is what I see. This is what I'm sharing. And then they share back how this is shifting them right in the moment.
Okay.
You know, so for complete transparency, I have had a session with Laurie. What were you doing with me?
I was probably just accessing through my high self those beings that work with your higher self and my higher self. I was just accessing through that what it was that you needed to hear in the moment.
Great experience.
Yes. Well, Laurie, thank you for being with us today. And we cannot wait to see you in person in New Jersey for June 5th to be part of our panel.
Have their questions ready for Laurie.
That's right.
You're going to have an opportunity to ask your question directly to Laurie.
Yes. So we're really excited to see you in person.
Thank you. I'm so looking forward to being there and a part of it all.
And we'll be right back.
Deb, you look amazing. I mean, I don't know how much you lost, but you always look beautiful, but you just look incredible.
Thank you. I wanted to show everyone.
Are those the same jeans?
It's the same jeans that I had in the beginning, and they're completely buttoned. And watch this.
Yeah, they got to go.
They just come right down. I don't wear them anymore, but I wanted to show everybody because I thought it was fun. That they're completely closed. Yes, I went down 2 sizes because it's the inches.
You shedded
not the pounds.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you call it. It's fabulous. You look incredible, and it's really just from the system.
The fat burning.
Oh my God.
Infrared.
Wow.
We want to invite you to the ultimate live intuitive event. With renowned experts, we're about to embark on a mind-blowing experience.
Get ready for an extraordinary journey into the realm of the unknown. Whether it's matters of the heart, career choices, or spiritual growth, we've got you covered.
During the panel discussions, we are ready to take your burning questions and provide you with profound insights.
We have vendors, healing sessions, mini workshops, wine tasting, food, and more.
To find out more about everything we have, go to wellnessgala.com. We look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for watching today, and be sure to check out balanceyourlife.tv and subscribe to our YouTube channel.